Okay, hey everybody, this is Igor Harris, your licensed immigration attorney here in San Diego, California. Today we're going to talk about something different. Today we're going to talk about business visas, work visas, and specifically what to do if you do not necessarily have a sponsor, an agent, or an employer here in the United States. Doesn't mean you can't come here. If you have an important skill, if you have a skill, if you have something that you're really good at, you can still come to America. You can sponsor yourself, and today we're going to talk about that. One way to come here is through two visa, where if you have $100,000 that you could invest into a U.S. business, you could come over here and effectively operate that business or provide substantial contributions to that business. What if you do not have a business here that is willing to sponsor you? That's okay. You can start your own company, open it in the United States. That business, that company, whatever it is, a sub S corporation, an LLC, it will employ you and you will be its lead primary officer. Then you could set up a board of directors, you could set up an advisory board, somebody that will give it an aura of legitimacy, and hire yourself as an employee of the company. Then you come to the US, you provide services to that company, and you're ready to rock. Okay, so you can't simply start a random shell company or a company that doesn't do anything. You have to start a real company that is going to provide real services in the sphere in which you're currently practicing in your home country. So far we talked about E2 visas. There's another way to come to the US if you have talents, if you have skills, and that's called an O1. There's several different subcategories of an O1. There's O1A and O1B. O1B is for broadcasting, for television. If you're in the industry, film industry, maybe some other types of industries, we'll talk about that in a separate video. For now, we'll just generally talk about what an O1 is and how you need to qualify it. For an O1, you also need somebody that's going to sponsor you here in the United States. But again, if you do not have a company that's willing to sponsor you right now, that's willing to hire you here, that's not the end of the world. You could start your own company. Again, it needs to be a legitimate company. It needs to be a company that is actually going to operate here and do real work. And then that company, you set up the proper mechanisms for everything to be legit, to have a board of directors, to have an advisory board. They will hire you in some capacity, in a managerial capacity, and you will provide services and guidance to that company here in the US. What is an O1? How do I qualify for it? Okay, you need to have some sort of a special skill. You need to have a talent. You need to be well versed in a specific field. There's 8 subcategories, 3 of which need to be satisfied in order for you to actually obtain the O1 visa. You need to have certain publications. You need to have other people writing about you. You need to be on a panel of judges that judges people in your sphere of work, made substantial contributions to your sphere of industry, and not necessarily a private company, but something in general like open source AI or open source coding or something that is going to contribute to our development as a human species. You also need to show that you're going to be valuable to the United States more so than a person who's already here also contributing to that field. And another big requirement is you need to have a salary that's higher than the usual salary of somebody in your similar situated sphere or in the sphere that you practice in. So those are the quantitative factors. Again, you need to satisfy just 3 categories out of the many that I just mentioned, but we never stop at just 3. We want to get you into as many categories as we can and see what will stick. And then the other one is a more objective analysis where USCIS, the immigration organ that will be reviewing your application, will look at, hey, is this individual actually in the top % of his field? That analysis is way more subjective, but if you're working with an attorney, they can help you provide the necessary documentation to overcome that hurdle. Guys, immigration into the US may seem daunting and challenging, but it's really not that hard. If you're working with an attorney who's done this many times before, that attorney can walk you through the process of what paperwork you need to fill out, what categories you need to qualify under, and we'll make the process very simple for you. So please do not hesitate, write in the comments, reach out. We're here. We're very happy to work with you.